Hey, what's up everybody? This is Oshikorosu here, and I'm going to be playing through my very first Let's Play. I've chosen The Binding of Isaac, and hopefully it's a game that we can play for a long time. I've had a lot of fun playing it. Let's just get into it. I'm going to delete my original file and start from scratch with you guys. I don't have a whole lot of experience with this game, but I hope that I can kind of pull through a full clear. Let's just erase it, yep. And here we go, file 1, new challenge. I was suggested to do the challenges, but I think right now I just want to focus more on playing the actual video game and kind of doing the unlocks, learning the items, because I don't know all of them, and playing through. I'm going to play through on normal first, and we're going to play through with Isaac. I think he's actually the only one you can start with anyways, and see if I even do any good. So without further ado, let's give it a shot. So this is really my first kind of Let's Play. I'm just getting used to having a microphone in front of my face, kind of getting used to multitasking while talking and playing at the same time. But with that being said, I do kind of know a little bit about the game. My very first experience with this was when my brother started playing it, and he told me, "Man, you gotta play this game, you gotta play it, you're gonna love it." And I thought, okay, tell me a little bit about this game. And Isaac is a video game that's kind of about a baby who's, I mean, I'm sure you've seen the previews, but it's a story about a baby's mom who's trying to kill him, and as some kind of religious zealot. And with that, I thought, what the hell is this game? There's so much blood, so much gore. There's like dead babies. You're making some pretty big things with this game, and so I actually refused playing it for the first little bit. Didn't play it for a long time, and eventually thought, no, what the hell, I'll give it a shot, and I was hooked ever since. Now I played the original Isaac before Rebirth. I really like Rebirth way more than the original. You're not going to see any original Isaac on this channel, but so that was kind of the first fight. I didn't do much talking about the actual game itself, so I'll kind of do that from a little bit from now on. These little curse rooms, I don't know what they're called, if it's a curse room or what, but it's sometimes they have like chests with special hearts in them. It's pretty cool, and you can get a lot of good stuff out of them. And it's not a bad challenge. It's not a bad idea early in the game when you don't have a lot to lose. Not later in the game when it costs you more life to go through the doors, and you know, kind of, it's less of a safe bet. Shoot. Often I take a lot of bad damage to a lot of really simple and easy hits that I should avoid. I'm looking to kind of do a little better with that. And part of playing this with and on the stream is me getting better with it. I'm gonna kind of assume that people watching this aren't new to Isaac. It's not a new game, but I mean, hopefully I do okay narrating my playthrough and talking about it as I go. These enemies are just infuriating, especially in big rooms like this, because they will show up sometimes right off the screen. You'll never see them. Just kind of like that, like there. It's kind of hard to catch up to them, and you waste a lot of time doing this. Time isn't a big rush, especially when you first start the game. But as you go on, you can actually, if you beat a certain time, I don't know what the time is offhand. I could go to the boss room, but I'm not going to go there yet. I always like to get my treasure room first because it can help speed up a slow boss fight. But yeah, eventually you kind of want to do a little bit of a speed run because there's a boss rush room, and it's pretty cool. As long as you can handle it, you end up walking out with 2 extra power-up items, and it definitely makes your end game play a lot funner, a lot cooler, a lot funner. Kind of get a better opportunity to beat the end game as well. I think this is a tooth shot, yeah. So it means every other shot or every so many shots I'll shoot a tooth. It's kind of like a powered up attack. There it is. Looks pretty funny. I think that's probably one of the coolest things this game has to offer is that the character sprite is always different. I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of playthroughs you play through Isaac, and there's going to be the same character sprite. I mean, unless you die right away, then. But this is Monstro. He's pretty easy. He's actually arguably easier than Monstro 2, and Monstro 2 kind of has an easier attack pattern to dodge. But I find I never have problems with Monster 1 and always Monster 2. Kind of just want to avoid it. And I'm trying to go for these devil rooms. I'll see if one pops here, but if you can kind of make it through the boss fight and the floor without taking too much damage, you have a chance to spawn a devil room off to the side. This devil card, it gives you a power boost, so we'll use it in the next boss fight and hopefully we can wipe it out real quick. I'm not interested in the key right now, I've already got one. It is nice to have as many keys as you can get, because as you go deeper in the dungeon, you're not going to find so many sometimes. On normal mode you'll find a lot of items, a lot more hearts, a lot more keys, a lot more bombs, but every treasure room from the first after the first floor starts costing 1 key apiece. And if you don't have an extra key, I've definitely missed out on treasure rooms before. I'm feeling okay about this, so I'm gonna get it. I picked up the skeleton key, the gold key, and that allows me to open up any doors on the floor for free. So why not open up a gold chest? Sometimes, especially in these monster rooms, you'll find a really cool power-up called Cricket's Head or Cricket's Body. Both are really good. The Cricket's Head is a straight-up damage boost, and Cricket's Body is it kind of makes your shots explode when they land and divide out. Pretty good stuff. And if you can afford it, and you got the hearts and the time to do it, definitely pick up these rooms when you can. What is that? I think it's Pisces, Aquarius, and it's just gonna lay some creep down everywhere I go. I'm gonna show you kind of how to bridge these gaps. You put a bomb on one side and it'll always fill the gap as long as you're lined up. Now if you do it from an angle or from the other side, it's not gonna work. I guess I didn't really get an opportunity for those guys to walk over the creep either, just to kind of illustrate it. And it obviously doesn't work against floating enemies. And man, these guys' physics is crazy. Actually, you probably see me take some damage to the gurglings in my first boss fight floor. It's just because I have a hard time estimating the physics, because you'll hit an enemy and they'll just kind of guide off on one side or another. And these guys you can kind of bait with your creep and kill them that way. And these guys not so much. I got a lot of kind of creep going on. I got the poison shots, well, maybe not a lot, but I have the poison shots, which kind of every time it hits, it lays a bit of creep down. And I've also got the tears, so I can kind of use that to my advantage. And I really don't like Dingle. I'm going to use my Devil card, and it's going to give me powered up attacks, so you'll see them here. And that's that kind of inertia of the enemies. When you hit them while they're moving, you'll definitely see them slide around, bounce around, and ouch, in ways that you weren't really expecting them to. This guy is really hard all by himself. Now there's two of them. I am not handling this very well. Sometimes when they start their slide attack, they'll leave a turret on the ground and you can use it for cover. Ah! Okay, one's down. See, this is the one. You can use this as a cover. You can take safe shelter, and it makes the fight a lot easier. As long as you don't get killed by the little guys like I almost did. This is Squeezy, and I can't even identify what that picture is. I guess it's something with his eyes squeezed out. But the Squeezy is really good. It speeds up your attack speed, you shoot more tears, and at the same time you also get 2 soul hearts out of it, which is really worth it. Now, I thought it was from the toxic tears that I'm shooting, but it's actually because I picked up that little trinket called Pinky that every so often when I shoot an enemy, you'll see them glow green. They got poisoned. It's kind of like a DOT, a damage over time. This room is locked. This room is specifically that little icon on the top right of the map. Is specifically if you have less than 1 heart in your heart containers. It's a boss challenge room. It's kind of like the monster challenge room that looks... we'll probably find it on this floor as well. I wonder what cards these are. I'm not going to get the other one. The Sun is a good card. Real good card, actually. It shows you the whole room. It shows you the whole floor plan, sorry, of the map. It tells you where all the secret rooms are. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it actually does damage to the boss as well. But that's not something I can verify right now. I'm kind of kicking myself because I didn't grab that key, because now I could have really used it. I have enough money to go to the store, which you can buy a power-up item from the store. Usually costs about $15 unless it's on sale, then it's about $7. Well, that's... my foot doesn't taste so good, but... I'm gonna check out the store here because I don't know what that icon on the map is for at the bottom, but it's another locked door. So if I happen to find a 3rd key, I'll check out the treasure room. I'll check out the store. I might even be able to buy a key in the shop, because I think keys are about $5 a piece. Now that boomerang is no good. When you shoot an enemy, they kind of freeze when you stop them. Just to explain a little bit more. This is a donation machine. It's going to unlock new items in the shop as we play through. I'm not going to donate right now. I'm going to come back and do it later or on a different playthrough, because it accumulates through your playthroughs and not just... oh, I don't even have to spend a key to get in here. I didn't realize that. I can actually use a bomb, break through the wall, and see what this is. This item is a temporary psychic shot, so what they're going to do is those shots are actually going to home towards enemies. And this is a temporary invincibility, which works really well. It kind of... if we can find a specific blood donation machine, I'm going to show how it works really well. Until we get there, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I think that's the virus. What it's going to do is if I get touched by an enemy, it's going to damage them. It's going to put that poison... yeah. It's going to put that poison touch on an enemy. Now, with this temporary invincibility, I should be able to pop it. And at the same time, I should... well, actually, here's one of those blood donation machines, I think. Usually in these arcade rooms, we're going to find some kind of a shopkeep. Lockdown was just what I wanted going into this. And see... oh, wow. That was super lucky. But not what I wanted. They can also drop a health up item, which is, you know, a little better than the IV. What it does is every time you can use the item as an expendable, and it will give you hit point damage, and all it does is give you money in return for hit points. But typically it's not a great trade-off, unless you have something like an invincibility item where you can run into the machine and kind of generate money for free. That's what the invincibility is worth. Now, I don't think that gold chest would be worth it anyways, even if I had the key, which I don't, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Wow! There's a couple enemies in this game I really don't like, and spiders is one of them. The spider mechanics for movement is just drives me crazy. I lose to them every time. It's one of my worst enemy matchups. The moon card, I think, is a secret item room, so we're gonna maybe take a trip to a secret room here a little bit. This boss is Gertie. You can see that poison touch that I'm touching the enemies and generating a poison on them. But I was, anyways. Maybe it only works once. I'm not gonna try it out. Now, when you fight Gertie, you can kind of get lucky and take this spot back here. And you can pretty much just attack her. The little... you gotta watch out for these little flies that spawn to the side. And then she will spawn, or he or she, or whatever the heck this thing is. Will spawn a couple of flies in the back right there, or she might spawn one fly off to the very right here. And usually you can take it out pretty quick. But if you stand right here, I don't think you even have to move for the two little flies. Now, I could be wrong, but I'll try it out. Yes, I don't even have to move. You will have to move for the big fly because it shoots. You don't want to get hit by it. Especially if you're going for a Devil Room playthrough, or... Occasionally those red things at the bottom will shoot upwards where you're standing. It's just something to watch out for, but little chubby. And I got a dog biscuit for a snack. How tasty. I'm actually a little bit ahead of the timer. I don't know if on my very first playthrough, if I happen to win, I don't know if it'll work. These little ghosts they mimic your movement patterns and make it really hard to block them. Or really hard for me to dodge them. Another neat thing is that some enemies will actually take out other enemies. I don't know if you caught that, but that little frame beam spider took out the little blue spider with his shoot the whoop there. It's actually an item in this game. That whole internet meme, the shoot the whoop, is actually an item. Maybe we'll find it, I'm sure. These guys have one of the... You hear that? That's like such a disturbing sound. I mean, the whole game is kind of... The whole precipice is that it's a little bit disturbing. Which is... Oh, I don't want to open up this shop yet. These guys are a pain in the butt. You have to really go behind them and hit them. Which, as you see, I'm having a ton of luck with. I suppose maybe I should bait them on the lengthwise of the room. Be nice if they took that creep damage. I'm not sure how this works. I see it, obviously. It expands the range of your tier a little bit. It makes... What is that, vertical? It makes the vertical up and down a little bit wider. I don't know if it actually increases your damage or not. I kind of try and stay away from the internet to look this stuff up. I think it's a lot more fun to just play it naturally, pick it up, try and remember for next time, and go from there. This room here is locked now because I don't have full hearts. You've seen the room before that was locked because I had more than one heart, and those rooms, the Monster Rush rooms, are locked because I don't have full hearts. I think I said that right? The boss rooms you need to have one heart. The Monster Rush rooms you need to have full hearts. Now I'm feeling a little reckless, so I'm gonna say why not. It kind of paid off, so that's a chance of having a second life. It's not guaranteed. And this is just a speed up. You just move a lot faster with it. I'm gonna take it. I kind of prefer the wub wub, but I mean, kind of playing these kind of games is all about new experiences and doing something a little bit different than what you would have. I am just being lazy and not trying to take too much bad damage here. And still trying to... Oh. This is kind of like an homage to... I think the first time I encountered a creature like this was in The Legend of Zelda: The Link to the Past. And they're this... If they hit you, they take you back to the start of the room, or the start of the floor plan. And then if you come back, they're not dead. They I don't know what mysterious candy does. I'm just gonna leave it to the hoof. But if you come back to a room and you don't actually finish killing all the monsters, it's gonna make you start all over again from scratch. Which I don't like to do. You notice I'm not shooting those the floating guys. They kind of just show up and wow. They kind of show up and do whatever they want until you clear the room, and then after that you're safe. They just disappear. You are done. All right, let's keep going. I don't know if you're noticing, but when that tooth shot when that tooth shot goes off, it's pretty powerful. I can take these guys out really quick if I get a lucky set of shots off on it. Another thing I don't know if you noticed was just in the last room I took damage because I shot an enemy and it blew up on me. You will notice that some enemies as you go through have a different color, a different tint, a different shade, and it means that there's something special about them. And enemies that are tinted black or really shadowy covered usually means that they blow up when you kill them, so stay the hell away from them. I just picked up money and power. I like the shades, especially with whatever's around my neck. Kind of makes me look like a bit of a gangster going on with the eternal locket, the collar I got. And I'm gonna try and check out the store. And anyways, it looks pretty cool. Like I said, the artistry in this game is fantastic. I feel like I'm saying a lot, and I probably shouldn't do that. This gentleman here is Greed, who is another terrible matchup for me because I always do so piss poor against him. But often when you kill him, he either drops a boatload of cash, he'll drop this ticket for a Steam sale, or I think he can drop a quarter, which is 25 cents. I don't want to do it without saying too much about it, but there's a little rock here. I would point at my screen, but you can't really see it, so it's got a little animation on it, a little X scratched into it. I think I'm going to start calling them the glinted rocks. So if you see a glinted rock, you usually blow them up. It's either got bombs, keys, or shadow hearts. Some of them will hold a gold chest, something cool like that. A lot of these effects on the floor you can blow up. These skulls you can blow up. Sometimes they turn into an enemy, sometimes they turn into some kind of heart you can pick up. There's pots on the floor you can blow up. Sometimes they turn into spiders, sometimes they turn into bosses. What is with the double bosses here? I am not enjoying this at all. Well, I mean, I'm enjoying it, but I'm just enjoying complaining about it as well at the same time. This guy moves so fast. Sometimes those jumps that he places are so off the wall. I kind of just want to keep moving, because I know if I don't, I'm going to get hit by it, and I'm going to look like a bit of a goof. Especially that I kind of know about it. Well, they're not really doing a lot, so I might get away with not. See, he's going to do that jump, and it's going to be so fast that it's like if you're not moving, he's going to hit you. No, they're not going to do it, and I'm going to look like a liar. I mean, you kind of got to keep moving anyways, especially in these double rooms. That area, there it is, that's the fast one. I can't believe I dodged that. That fountain of, I don't know what the hell it is, whatever it is. I mean, you can't, you gotta keep moving, you gotta dodge it. It's a little bit like Monstro's mechanic. As long as you kind of keep moving, you'll be okay. Gertie is, oh, that guy. Gertie's one of those bosses that you can kind of get away with standing still. But most of them you gotta stay moving. The item I just dropped is really good. It's the pentagram. It's gonna give me a straight damage boost. I'm pretty sure Isaac starts with 2 slots in the power. Now we're up to 4. And the more money I can hold on to, the more money I can hoard, the better off I am. I will just continue making money and continue getting a little bit more powerful. Now, in hindsight, I should have paid more attention. There's a glinted rock down there, which would have done me better as 1 or 2 soul hearts than the 3 keys I just generated, but that was lovely. That was lovely. But I did get my key, and I'm not going to blow up that machine. Actually, I should wait until I have another charge in my invincibility and revisit that machine. Once you start nearing the end of your playthrough, it is a good idea to kind of... Oh man, that was close. Once you get to the final floors of your run, like I think this is my last floor. I was not paying too much attention. But that means I should probably put as much money into my machine as I can. My donation machine. And that way... Still not what I wanted. Ouch. That's kind of what it does. You use it, it'll prioritize taking your red hearts over your blue hearts, and then you'll get money for it. So if you really want an item, but it's not really worth carrying around if you can't. So the donation machine is going to take so much cash, and it's going to blow, or it's going to jam up, so you can't kind of abuse the system. I'm not sure if there's a specific algorithm that it uses or not, but wow. I've had playthroughs where I've put like 60 coins in the machine at once and not had to worry too much about it, so it's kind of nice if you can get them to slide over the spikes. I think the enemies are affected by the vortex guy. Not 100% sure how that works. I know I'm definitely affected by it, and it's a pain in my butt. As long as you kind of keep your eye on the whole room, these enemies aren't too bad either. You can kind of just get away with just moving around the room. I can hear Mom laugh again, so that means I'm going to see the dropping hands. Should have been paying more attention. I kind of want that black heart. There's 4 different heart container colors that you can find in Isaac. I think it's 4. There's the red hearts, which is typically your life force. You can replenish it really easy. If you lose it, it's not permanent loss because you can replenish it with a red heart. And then sequential order is the oh ouch. Going in order of sequence is the shadow hearts, or what I'm calling the shadow hearts, and that's the blue hearts you see in my bar. And how they work is they're just kind of like an armor bonus, and as long as you don't get hit, they don't get used. But if you do get hit, they're like a permanent loss. So you can't rely on them to come back. The next kind of heart you can get is black heart. And the black hearts are really cool because they function in the same way that the blue hearts and the armor hearts do. But on top of it, once you expend them, once you get hit and you lose that heart, it does a room-wide AoE damage, and it's usually enough to wipe out any trash monsters in the room, which works out really well. My son will play this game and he'll just spam into the bosses, or he'll just spam into the enemies and kill them like that and make a big success. Now, because it's the last floor and I don't have a lot to spend my keys on, I'm just going to pop those open. I'm just going to spend what I can, pick up the pills, buy the bombs, get the keys, get my card, find all that I have lost. This is a secret room. These mushrooms are another environmental thing you can blow up. And you can get lucky and drop pills out of them, or you can drop a trinket out of them. Compulsive. I always take all the pills I can get, so because I figure after you take about 5 pills, you pretty much know which are the good ones and which aren't. So why not? Did I already miss the? Oh, but that pill. Are you a wizard? I hate that thing. It shoots. I mean, I guess it could be useful. You make some use out of it. You shoot off on big 45-degree arcs from your character. As long as you're really conscious about it, it's not too bad, I guess. But if you get into tight corners and corridors and stuff like that, it kind of just beats off the wall and it's not really worth it. Now, I think this is the ultimate mom fight. So wish me luck. Hopefully I do good. Watch all 4 walls. Mom's foot. Listen to there's an audio cue. She'll make a grunt or that's it right there. That yeah. Which is kind of misleading because she actually makes a whole bunch of sounds during this. If you got a really keen eye, it's really hard to see, but you can actually see it on the ground. It's a little shadow that's going to show up. On top of fighting Mom, you got to fight all the bosses, or all the bad guys that she spawns. Some of which are a real big pain in the butt, and some of them aren't so much. It looks like I'm gonna win. I never want to count myself too sure, but I think it's pretty solid. But as long as I don't totally goof this up, I should be okay. There it is.
Was cornered. His mother.
I don't know. Should we watch this? We're just gonna skip it. I have unlocked the womb. I've unlocked challenge 20, the purist. Unlocked the harbingers. Unlocked the cube of meat, which is a feature from Super Meat Boy, and the ball of bandages, which I also believe is from Meat Boy. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna finish up here, and I'm gonna record another episode later, and hopefully we'll make it through the womb. And I didn't unlock any characters, so I guess I'm playing with Isaac again. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.